Hi, I'm going to show you a real quick and simple way of using 6-inch diamond-coated lapidary discs that you can buy online for about $10 delivered. I like to use these discs for sharpening my wood-turning tools on my lathe in between grindings. And what I'm saying by that is once I have the tool profile or cutting profile that I like on my tool, rather than going to the grinder every time I need to touch up that cutting edge, I rather just throw in this 500 grit diamond disc on my lathe and do a quick touch up. The reason for that is these diamond discs take a very small amount of material off your gouges compared to the grinder. The other great advantage of using your lathe, see, it's just a 1/2-inch bolt going through the hole here. You tighten this up, you don't over tighten it, and I'm using these particular jaws, and that's it. The advantage is that I'm not taking a lot of material off of my tool. So in other words, I'm not turning this tool into dust in 6 months of full-time turning. Yes, I do from time to time have to go back to my grinder and freshen up that profile, but it's about every 8th or 9th time that I visit this. So I'm going to turn my lathe on in a second. It takes a little while for my variable speed controller to power up here. The one thing you have to watch with diamonds is that certain speeds they will sinter, meaning at high temperatures they will sinter. At the temperatures that we're working with, meaning the speeds we're working with, that's not a concern. My speed right now is about 530 RPM, roughly speaking. So, plenty fast enough, but not so fast that I'm going to sinter anything. You'll notice I'm freehanding this because of the amount of material that these discs are removing. Meaning it's a small amount of material. You have the luxury of time to adjust how you're holding your tool. And you can see that I'm pretty much rubbing my hand right against this disc as it's turning. It's a 500 grit. It's quite fine, and yet it's aggressive enough to do what I need it to do. Basically, I'm just simply power honing. Okay. And you don't need any complicated jigs. If you're doing this, you can freehand. Now, granted, I can freehand on the grinder, too. I've been doing this for years. However, I think even a beginner can do it freehand on here because this is a relatively low speed. It's not taking a ton of material off. It's not an aggressive sort of thing like a grinding wheel. So you can see I've basically honed this edge and we're good to go. Okay. Normally I just use I've got a two-sided towel hone that I made. This side's 1000, this side's 100. I think it's actually finer than that. Anyhow, this is what I normally use to touch up my edges. Once they get too big, it takes too long to do it by hand. I'll do this on the lathe. And that's it, okay? Real simple. You saw no sparks, so even though I'm in the middle of turning a bunch of jazz right now, I'm not hazard by sharpening on my lathe. Because I'm not generating any sparks. We're not going fast enough to generate any sparks. Okay? So, you can see that doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It's probably just as fast or just as slow as going to your grinder. The important thing is that for a beginner, this is a very viable alternative to having to go out and buy a grinder, preferably a slow-speed grinder, preferably an 8-inch, though 6 inches is fine as well. There actually are some benefits of using a 6-inch grinder, but that's not what this video is about. For the beginner, using, and you can see I've got a stack of these things. For a beginner, using these inexpensive diamond lapidary discs, 6-inch disc, 500 grit, $10 delivered to your thereabouts. Just do a search on eBay. Okay, cheers.